Happy blissful day, everybody.
My name is Kylie. This is my handsome husband, Gabriel. And in today's video, we're talking about the law of assumption and states. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that YouTube can show our content to more people and you'll always be up to date whenever we upload a new video. And before we even dive into anything further, don't forget to download our free guide, How to Manifest Your Ideal Partner and Relationship, that's linked below.
Yeah, buddy. And just quickly, guys, when we say happy blissful day, everybody, we not only wishing you a blissful day, but we also speaking it into existence that you can enjoy your blissful day, right? So today, we're going to discuss Neville Goddard, law of assumption and states, right? So we just wanted to share with you guys why we chose the state of bliss. So first of all, I don't want to go too much into this, but the reason why I specifically chose, bliss, because I never, knew what it was to actually feel, love, or to have that experience of being loved. I only understood it with my mind, and I pretended, to know, but I never had the feeling of experiencing what it was to love. And when I finally discovered the bliss through my amazing mentor, Candice, I was like, wow, I'm actually going to play with this. And when I started, accepting it because it was always within me, wow, my life, not only my life, but our life is now just, like a movie, right? And so what bliss actually means, to me specifically is just, that stillness, which translates to peace of mind and that inner joy and inner happiness. Because previously I always had to find my happiness and my joy from the external, but that was temporary. But now that I've accepted the bliss within me, I'm like, that's the reason why we call it endless bliss, because it is endless. I don't have to mess around with the external world. All I need to do is just feel the bliss, within me and express my gratitude for the bliss within me. And that feeling is just so amazing. And then my world, my external world, shows me what I've accepted, within. And as a result, we are always represented with blissful situations, blissful circumstances. I can experience the bliss now. And finally, I can now feel what it is to love, what it is to feel the bliss, to be loved, and just to be free. Because another thing I like about the state of bliss as well is that freedom. That freedom just to be. Whether you just want to sing, you want to dance, that's what we do. We can't sing, but we love singing because we're blissful. We can't dance, but we love dancing because we're blissful. It literally makes you like a kid again, like a child again, that innocence, that purity, that, oh man, it's just amazing. I would really recommend this to everybody, man. It's just so beautiful because bliss is the ultimate love with no conditions. Once you've accepted it within you, man, it's so life transforming. But very important, we have to understand that bliss is only a state. And we are not the state. We are bigger than the state. We are only wearing the state. Like, for example, this hoodie here, see, this is a state. It's like a state, this hoodie, right? When I have this hoodie on right now, I say it's my hoodie. And it becomes my experience. But later on, I'm going to take off, this hoodie. Then I'm no longer going to be with the hoodie because I'm bigger than the hoodie. Similar with states as well. So why am I saying this to you is because suppose you are now in an undesirable state that is one of the opposite of bliss, love, or abundance, right? You don't have to beat yourself up. All you need to do is press pause and recognize and realize and remember, most of all, that you are not the state. You are only wearing the state. the state is temporary, but you are infinite and you are limitless. So you, from this space now, you can now choose which state it is you want. Is that bliss? Is that love? Is that abundance? Is that what? Which state do you now want? Once you're clear on that, you accept that state, you feel, that state, you allow that state to embody you, until it feels real to you. And then what will happen is your external reality will then show you what you have felt, within. And like I said, if I look at the mirror right now and I do not like what the mirror is showing me, am I going to change the mirror or am I going to change myself? I'm going to change myself. All I need to do is just change my state and put on a new state if I don't like the current state, or make this state better. That's why we say endless bliss, right, baby? And it's just getting better all the time because it's endless bliss, right? And it's a beautiful thing, And so I'm going to ask my beautiful baby girl to share what bliss means to her.
Yeah, I hadn't really heard of bliss before I met Gabriel, but after his discovery of bliss, that's kind of what led to his manifestation of a wife, which turned out to be me. And when he first told me about it, it seemed too good to be true. It seemed like, it's kind of like a fairy tale, I don't know about this. But I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot, because if it does exist, who wouldn't want to live like this? And so Gabriel helped guide me to feel the bliss within, to tap in, because it does exist in all of us. And after tapping in, feeling it, I thought, wow, okay, this is incredible. Let's keep going with this. And we assumed a state. And as Gabriel said, it's like just wearing like your clothes. But you do know that for us, bliss is our dominant state. And you can think of it as your favorite sweater or jersey, whatever you want to call it. There's always one that you kind of gravitate back to because it's your favorite. It fits you nice, it's comfortable, you feel so natural in it. And that's what bliss is for us. It's that old, that comfortable jersey that we're always wearing because it's perfect. We can take it off, and sometimes we do slip into other states. And not only just other negative ones, but we have other positive ones. We'll go into wealth. We'll say, yes, we feel wealthy. We feel wealth right now. And it's a beautiful thing. And then we gravitate back to bliss.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. But when we are in those negative states, as Gabriel said, it's so important to remember that you are not the state. You can take off the negative state and put on your blissful state once more.
Yes, no, 100%. Because sometimes, as my baby said, we do, go into undesirable states. But the interesting thing is we always gravitate towards the dominant state, and the dominant state is endless bliss for us, So sometimes, and it's usually maybe a few minutes, now, baby. Sometimes I'll see her or she see me, and then she'll remind me, hey, endless bliss, and I'm boop, endless bliss. I'll remind her, endless bliss. And it's so beautiful because previously, before we knew this, we would basically accept that we were the fear, or accept that we were anxiety, accept that we had depression, and then we have to live with that for weeks and months because we thought that we were anxiety, we were fear, But now we remember that no, we're bigger than that. We are not the state, irrespective of whether it's good or bad. And that is so empowering, man. It's just so empowering, And that's why we actually wanted to share this with you guys, because we know that it's indeed powerful, and it will definitely, also help you, whether that's just to remind you or just to, help you, choose your favorite, state, wear your state, make it your predominant state. Because if you feel into that state every day, it will become your dominant, state, and that state is now going to run the show, right? And then after a while, you will see in your external reality, blissful situations, blissful circumstances, blissful drama, blissful people. Basically, it's just going to show you bliss, 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 because your world is only reflecting to you what's happening inside of you. So if you do not like what's happening in your world, all you need to do is just change your state, right? As we said that, a state, I like how Neville Goddard, actually defined what the state is. He says it's simply a feeling. A state is simply a feeling. And we can also say that a state is a concept, a self-concept or self-image, or a state is also a story, a story that you keep on telling yourself in your mind. So our story that's keep on going on our mind is endless bliss, because we've chosen to change that. Endless bliss, endless bliss, endless bliss, endless bliss, right? And whatever your story is, if you do not like it, you can change it, which is so beautiful. All you need to do is just go inside, choose exactly what it is you want, feel into it, claim it, and just allow it, to show you how awesome, it is. And the good thing about a state, it has its own characteristics and manifestations. So the moment you assume the state of bliss, you will just basically, become blissful. You don't have to Google and like, how do I blissful? No, you will see naturally you're free. Naturally you have a peace of mind. Naturally you just basically, just so joyful and just so happy, which is a beautiful thing. And so as we're about to end off, would you like to add anything else, baby?
I think my final note is just that a state doesn't always have to just be a feeling. A state, as you said, can be a concept. So we've had a state before that we were everybody's favorite couple. Everywhere we went, we're everybody's favorite couple. And we saw that. People were like, oh wow, you're my favorite couple. Oh, the king, the queen. We're everybody's favorite couple. So it can even be, as you said, that self-concept of, okay, it's not just the feeling that you have, but the concept that you assume, and you will see the evidences of that also play out in your life.
Yeah. And as always, guys, enjoy your blissful day. And thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll catch you on the next one. All good, baby, baby. Yeah, buddy.